O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all our sons' command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, that true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
President Bureau, honored guests, Marconi campus, faculty, staff, family and friends, and most importantly, graduates, NSCC Marconi Campus 2013. My name is Fred Tilley, and it's an absolute pleasure for me to be here today for my first convocation as principal of Marconi Campus to celebrate with you a very important milestone in the lives of our graduates of 2013. I'm sure that your decision to embark upon your learning journey at NSCC was not an easy one. The timing is never perfect. Life, circumstances, and responsibilities are always with you. The hard work and dedication required to be a successful NSCC student is very significant and challenging. However, you have all persevered, met the challenges head-on, gained considerable confidence, and most importantly, have developed the skills to make an amazing contribution to the province of Nova Scotia. You should all be very proud of your accomplishments. Whether you decide to head straight to the workforce or to continue your educational journey, either here at NSCC or at one of our partner institutions, rest assured that you have developed the necessary skills to not only accomplish, but to excel at whatever you put your mind to achieve. We all know the time and energy that you as students have put into your studies, but there are a group of people who have supported, encouraged, and provided exceptional services to you during your time at NSCC. From the faculty who provide instruction and guidance second to no other institution, including our two retirees, Almond Chisholm and Alec McCachran, attending their last convocation, the student services staff who provide excellent support and guidance, our administrative staff who guide you along the way, the maintenance staff who keep our buildings and learning spaces clean and safe, and finally to our culinary staff who provide an extremely high quality of food for us every day. If I could ask all Marconi staff in the audience and on the stage to stand up and be acknowledged for your excellent work and dedication to ensuring that our graduates receive an excellent educational experience. Thank you all for everything that you do. Graduates, I know how excited you are to receive your certificates and diplomas today and share those with your family and friends. However, I would ask that you respect all of your fellow graduates and return to your chair after receiving your diploma and until the ceremony is over. Graduates, on behalf of our entire staff, let me congratulate you on your accomplishments and wish you every success in the future. At this moment, I would like to introduce the stage guests, and I would ask you to hold your applause until I've read all the names. Glenn Turner, Academic Chair, Schools of Access, Applied Arts and New Media, and Business. Bruce Hubley, Manager, Student Services. Winston Ingram, Academic Chair, School of Trades and Technology. Patsy McDonald, College Registrar. Jody McDonnell Scott, Campus Registrar. Kathleen Allen, Dean, Student Services. Tara Lee Hammond, Acting Dean, School of Access. Marlene McClellan, Acting Dean, School of Health and Human Services. Sherry McKillop, Dean, Schools of Business, Applied Arts and New Media. Louis Guimond, Director of Studies, Canadian Coast Guard College. Carol Fox, Executive Director, Corporate Relations. Kathy McLean, Vice President, Learner and College Development. Michelle Lane, Vice President, Advancement. And Don Bureau, President, Nova Scotia Community College. I would also like to welcome Wendy Doucette, our sign language interpreter.
Well, good afternoon. You know, I get to do a lot of very cool, interesting, fun activities as president of NSCC. But there's nothing more special than being able to address the graduating class of 2013. And graduates, I want to begin by thanking you. I want to thank you for choosing NSCC to be part of your journey of lifelong learning, to acquire the skills and knowledge that you'll use to build the economy and quality of life for Nova Scotia. But I also want to thank you because unbeknownst to you, you were part of my journey of lifelong learning during the past year, because I did a version of the popular television program Undercover Boss, where I became an undercover student for a day. We have a program at NSCC called Test Drive, and I participated in the Test Drive program where staff knew my identity, but students didn't. For example, one particular day, I arrived at a campus wearing a baseball cap, a t-shirt, an old pair of jeans, and I explained to my student host that I was an accountant looking to make a midlife career change, and I was interested in test driving this particular program for a day. Well, after giving me an excellent overview of safety, this young man set me loose on a project, and he assigned me the project of soldering together two pieces of copper pipe joined together with a 90-degree elbow. Well, it became very apparent very quickly this was an activity for which I had very little skill. And upon completion of my project, I proudly presented it to my student host, and he took one look at my project, and he looked at me, and he said, "Don, have a seat." So I sat down, he took off his safety glasses, he looked me straight in the eye, and he said, "Don, are you really sure you want to make a career change?" Well, graduates, in addition to learning a great deal about myself, I learned a great deal about you during my test drives over the past year. And there are two particular attributes that I want to take a couple minutes to talk about this afternoon. And those attributes are purpose and passion. I believe one of the most critical elements of success in one's life is to have a purpose in one's life. In fact, there's a great saying that goes like this: the primary purpose of life is to live a life of purpose. Never before has the economy of Nova Scotia faced such opportunity, while at the same time faced pain. I think we're on the verge of a great transition with great prosperity before us. But in order to take care of this, in order to take advantage of this prosperity, we need to all live a life of purpose. A number of years ago, I was reading Success magazine, and I came across a very, very interesting article. And the title caught my attention. The title was, "People Will Summarize Your Life in One Sentence, so pick it now." And the author was doing research and asking the question, if you could live your life over again, what would you do differently? And the interesting aspect of the research was in order to be interviewed, you had to be over the age of 100. And after analyzing the results, 3 themes emerged. 1, if I could live my life over again, I would risk more. 2, if I could live my life over again, I would reflect more. And 3, if I could live my life over again, I would do so by living it with more purpose, by living my life more fully. You know, the great basketball coach of the UCLA men's basketball team, John Wooden, who won 10 national championships in 12 years, believed deeply in this notion of living your life fully. He often stated that life should be a mission, not an intermission. And he would explain and tell the story where at practice he would see players not giving it their all. He would go up to them and he'd say, "You know, I know you're not giving it your all today, and you're probably thinking tomorrow you'll come back and give a little bit more." But he would say, "You can never give more than 100%. So if you're just giving 60% today, you can't come back and give 140% tomorrow. If you're just giving 60% today, you will always lose the 40%, and you'll never get it back." Graduates, with the knowledge and skills that you've gained while studying at NSCC, our ask of you is simple. Please always live your life with purpose by living it fully. But you know, I believe that living one's life with purpose is only part of the formula for enduring success. I believe we must also be passionate about what we do. And you know, I'm a very, very lucky man. I get to do a job that I absolutely love, working for a college that I absolutely adore, with amazing faculty and staff who come to work every single day with the goal of helping our students be successful. Without passion for what you do, they say it's like running a marathon with your nose pinched shut. It's very hard to breathe, and you end up working twice as hard. My oldest son is a graduate of NSCC, and he's always been very interested in, and I would say passionate about, water. When he was a little boy, he'd be outside during rainstorms playing in puddles, making dams. And if you had gone into his room when he was a child, you wouldn't have found many toys. You would have found little jars of rainwater that he was conducting experiments on. And while most children liked playing in water, Alexander loved playing in water. Well, now he's a grown man, again, a graduate of NSCC, and guess what he does for a living? He's a research scientist researching water. And he was always much older than his age. And one day, when he was about 10 years old, it was raining. And I asked his mother where Alexander was, and she says, outside playing in a puddle somewhere. So out I go, and there's Alexander with his yellow raincoat, his blue Mickey Mouse boots on, playing in water. I tried to convince him to come in to do some chores, like clean up his room. And he pleaded with me. He pleaded, "Dad, I want to stay out and play in the water and collect some more rainwater." And I said, "No, it's time to come in." I'll never forget what he said. He looked up at me with those big blue eyes, and he said, "Dad, remember, growing older is mandatory, but growing up is optional." What I love and admire most about children is that they know what they're passionate about. Graduates, I want to thank you for the passion that you've shown for your learning here at NSCC. Please never stop being driven by that child within you, because your communities will need you to be passionate about your work, about your learning, as you remain to be lifelong learners. And never forget that learning is often not done alone. Whether they're family, friends, amazing NSCC faculty and staff, graduates who've been people in your lives who've helped you with your success that we're here to celebrate today. So before you graduate, I have one last assignment for you. Graduates, think for a minute of that person or those persons that are joining us today in this room who have been part of your success that we're here to celebrate. And I ask you to think of that person or persons because we have a tradition at NSCC, a tradition where I ask the graduating class to stand up and give a wave to somebody in the crowd as your acknowledgement of your appreciation for their help during your journey of learning. So graduates, please stand and give somebody a wave in the room. So graduates, you are now able to graduate because successfully you have passed your final assignment. Congratulations. And I asked the graduating class of 2013 to draw inspiration from those individuals with whom you've just made eye contact, to find ways to continue to construct a life that's full of purpose and passion. Because you know, for decades, our alumni have been doing just that. The graduates who've come before you have been able to blend their learning with their community service, with their passion, and their purpose in life. And I want to now acknowledge our alumni who are joining us this afternoon. If you are a past graduate of NSCC, or any of our predecessor institutions or schools, or a graduate of CCEDP, would you please now stand to be recognized? So graduates, in conclusion, I want to acknowledge that in a minute, I'll have the absolute honor of presenting you with your certificate or your diploma. And you will become alumni of the Nova Scotia Community College. As an alumnus, your role in your communities will change. Please accept our challenge of becoming highly engaged in your communities and be guided by a suggestion that I once read in a book of poems. And this book of poems was about the 19th century African-American jockey Isaac Murphy. Mr. Murphy was a son of a slave, and he endured extreme hardship in the pursuit of his passion, but he went on to become the first jockey to win the Kentucky Derby 3 times, and is considered by many to be the greatest jockey of all times. The last stanza and the last poem of this book about this amazing human being ends like this. Grab the reins of any and everything that makes your heart race. Find your purpose, and hold on. Graduates, again, congratulations. Thank you for choosing NSCC. And in a phrase, you simply rock. Great job. Thank you very much.
This brings us to the conferring of the certificates and diplomas. Before I introduce the first graduate, however, it is our custom to invite faculty members who have taught our grads to join us at the front to congratulate them as each program group is presented. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Access for the Certificate in Academic and Career Connections. Alyssa Kathleen Boudelier. Crystal Ann Carrier. Jacqueline Ray Clements, honors. Megan Lynn Coven. Holly Eileen Dixon, honors. James Robert Fahey, honors. Elizabeth Diane Fior, honors. Janine Goulet, honors. Robert James Lee. Shannon Long. Janet M. McDonald, honors. Kendra Shalise McDougall. Christina Margaret McLean. Hector Daniel McKinnon. Vanessa Nadine McLean. Natasha Oakley. Skylar Paul Peterson. Lisa Marie Podgorski. Darlene Ann Ruland, honors. Olive Somerton. Wanda Darlene Spencer. Lenore Marie Sprake, honors. Natasha Walters. For the information of the audience, those students whose names appear in the program but who are unable to be with us today are automatically admitted to their respective certificates or diplomas. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in academic and career connections. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Applied Arts and New Media for the Diploma in Graphic Design. Josh David Curry. Alexander Nathaniel Green. Christina Lorraine Green. Stephen Joseph Huntington. Haley Ann Isidore. Gail Roach joins us now to present her son with the Diploma in Graphic Design. Jason Joseph Roach. Brandon Tyler Seal, honors. Mark Evan Seymour. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in graphic design. Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all the requirements for credentials in the School of Health and Human Services for the Diploma in Human Services. Caitlin Megan McQuarrie. For the Diploma in Human Services, Disability Supports and Services. Amy Michelle Carey, honors. Geneva Martha Dix, honors. Michelle Lynn Gillis. Ashley Lynn Jacoby. Whitney Nicole Jocko Janes. Rose Marie McDonald, honors. Conchetta Colleen Marshall, honors. Michelle Lynn Roach. Laura Lee Sharp, honors. Colleen Ann Warburton, honors. Charmaine Wasmer. James Bernard Winstanley. Megan Rosalie Woodburn. Barbara A. Wynn. For the Diploma in Human Services Therapeutic Recreation, Jessica Margaret Bizon. Jocelyn Marie DeVoe. Rebecca Brittany Gillis. Carolyn Louise Habel. Calvin Taylor Headley McGinnis. Jeanette Nicole Hillier. Hillary Nicole Hines. Robin Chantel Martelli. Tevin Cody Martelli. Jonathan Leo McKenzie. Sandra Lynn Morrison, honors. Regina Michelle Muse, honors. Yes. Susan Marie Node. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in human services. For the Diploma in Practical Nursing, Genevieve Beck, honors. Nancy Darlene Burrows, honors. Lenore Mary Campbell. Sarah Marie Cartwright. Brittany Elisa Debou. Patricia Danette Doucette, honors. Shallon Heather Fleming. Lisa Lynn Guthrow, honors. Cynthia Denise Harrietta, honors. Alyssa Nicole Johnston, honors. Lori Ann Kane, honors. Angela Monique Lyle. Patricia Elena McDonald Honors. Lisa Grace McKenzie Honors. Elizabeth Margaret McKinnon Honors. Callista Irene McMullen. Catherine Stacy McNamara Honors. Amy Nicole McNeil Honors. Cherie Janine McVicker Honors. Morgan Danielle Nicholson Honors. Wanda Jean Nicholson. Kaylin Ashley O'Toole. Katrina Lee Paul Honors. Vivian Laura Ramsey Honors. Leslie T. Ross. Anne Louise Sharp. Brenda Elizabeth Stevenson Honors. Kristen Veronica Yurchison. Honors. with my sincere apologies. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in practical nursing.
Mr. President, I present to you the following candidates who have completed all of the requirements for the credentials in the School of Trades and Technology. For the certificate in heavy-duty equipment, truck and transport repair. Kyle Justin Bragg. Matthew Ryan Budden. Brian Travis Hibbs. Sven Kumar. Jordan Edward McDonald. Michael Joseph McKinnon. Cecil J. McNeil. April Dawn Murchison. Brandon Kenneth Shaw. Roger William Smith. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in heavy-duty equipment, truck and transport repair. For the certificate in industrial mechanic, James Paul Burke. Tracy Lynn Hutchison. Garrett Charles McGinnis. Heidi McIsaac. Stephanie Ann McNeil. John Michael McNeil Honors. Tyler Francis Monahan. Chase Mullen Honors. Tyler Kenny Murphy. Adam Brian Rutherham. Brody. Brody Kenneth Sampson. Honors. Greg Joseph Snook. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, graduates in industrial mechanic. For the certificate in motorcycle and power products repair, Tyler Scott Bally, honors. Caleb Owen Doncaster. Thomas Fabian James, honors. Brandon Scott Lewis, honors. Stephen Leander Stewart. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in motorcycle power products repair. For the certificate in plumbing, Victoria Green. Carmen Daniel McDonald. Bradley Douglas McLeod. Logan Martell. Caitlin Ramsey. Adam Kenneth Simpson. Zachary James Walsh. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in plumbing. For the certificate in process operations, 4th class power engineering, Joseph Adam Rhinestone. Brinston. Kevin Ernest Clark. Delisa Lynn Clayton. Michael Todd Gilmore. Aaron William Gordon, honors.
Right over here, please. Okay.
Okay. John Victor Lansleeve. Colin Joseph Larad. Mary McDonald. Yeah. Katie Ann McDonald. Daniel Kenneth McGinnis.
Here, please.
Sean Dwight Matheson. Timothy James McCarthy. Gordon Thomas Skinner, honors. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in Process Operations, 4th Class Power Engineering. For the certificate in refrigeration and air conditioning, Evan William Brown. Christopher Ashley Gale, honors. Andrew Scott Joseph Hennick. Benjamin Kyle Jodry, honors. Eric Johnson joins us now to present his son with the certificate in refrigeration and air conditioning. Alexander James Johnson. Evan Kennedy. Carson Channing Wadden. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in refrigeration and air conditioning. For the diploma in electronic engineering technician, Paul Gerard Boudreau, honors. Jonathan Buffett. Gordon James Close, honors. Jonathan Joseph Cormier. Brad Matthew Donovan.
Right over here, too. Thank you. Yep.
Brent Richard Donovan. Stephen Joseph Floyd. Michael Ray Long, honors. Jonathan Troy Savage. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in electronic engineering technician. For the diploma in metal fabrication, Christopher Butler, honors. Michael Patrick Glancy. Justin Michael Hill. William Raymond Hines.
Just here, too. They call your name.
Eric Lafort joins us now to present his son with a diploma in metal fabrication. Brandon James Lafort. Jared Mark Longard, honors. Eric DeVoe McDougall. Jacob Gabriel Paul. Robert Paul Phelan. Dimitri Prosper. Crowdis Malcolm Roberts. Hector Smith.
Thank you.
Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, graduates in metal fabrication. For the diploma in welding, Ryan Lawrence Burton, honors.
Right over here too, Mr.
Tyler James Deering. Matthew Joseph Gable. Kyle Devin Gillis. Veronica Rose Lillington, honors. Lyle Scott McKinnon. Brandon Joseph McMullen. Santa, don't back up. Sorry, Santa Felicia Rivera. Did I get it right? Yeah. Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates in welding. This ends our afternoon session. So, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen, the graduates of the Nova Scotia Community College Marconi Campus 2013.
Good afternoon. We have a few more announcements. This morning, I had the pleasure of announcing 4 major awards. This afternoon, I will announce the 5th and final major award. But first, I would like to take some time to acknowledge the student accomplishments recognized at the Student Success Celebration. Last week, Marconi Campus celebrated the numerous and varied successes experienced by students throughout the past year. 33 students received Certificates of Student Excellence Awards. 6 students received Student Life Awards. 39 students received Memorial and Sponsored and Industry Awards. Students were recognized for the Student Humanitarian Award, Student Leader Award, the Diversity Award, the Portfolio Award, Women Unlimited Certificates of Merit, the Credit Union Awards, the Association of Adult Education Bursary, Skills Competition Awards, Entrance Awards, and the Nova Scotia Community College Awards. Would the recipients of all these awards please stand for a round of applause? At this time, it's my pleasure to announce the 5th and final major award, the Nova Scotia Community College Gold Medal. This award is presented to a graduating student of a college certificate program who has achieved the highest academic standing. This year's recipient is Adam McDonald. Adam is in the Process Operations 4th Class Power Engineering program, and he sends his regrets, but Adam is working in his field of study and couldn't make it today, so it's a very good reason not to be able to make it. So congratulations to Adam. Now it is my pleasure to introduce a graduate of the Practical Nursing program, Genevieve Beck, this year's valedictorian.
Where's my mom? Hi, Mom. Oh my goodness. It's been a good day, emotional day, but just to get started, let's get it out there. Welcome, graduating class of 2013. Congratulations to each and every one of us. We all worked very hard to be here, and we deserve to be in these seats. And so I stand here looking out at a sea of faces. Some of you are eager, some of you are bored, but the majority of you are bursting at the seams with excitement and pent-up energy. So after this is over, go out there and do great things. I have to get this over with. This is the Cape Breton Post from today, and somebody brought it to my attention that the valedictorians were mentioned in the paper, so I picked up a copy on my way. Where's my classmates? You guys listen to this. You're going to love it. Joe Carlton, this morning's valedictorian, he will speak during the morning ceremony, while Black will address the afternoon ceremonies. And then they go on, whatever, blah, 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 and they change my name to Beck, which is the correct version, but I said to my classmates, I said, all throughout, I said, it's because I'm Black, isn't it? And they said, you got to bring that into your speech, you have to. There. But this morning, I said to my mom, I said, Mom, my classmates, they need to hear this from me. They're waiting for it. I said, but I've told them you don't think I'm Black. I said, I don't know if I can say this during this speech. She goes, well, I tell you it's not because you're Black. It's because you're smart and beautiful and wonderful and all those things. But I just had to bring up that paper. They wrote it in there. It's a meant to be. So there you go. You had it. So there's also a few people out there that you're texting your peeps. I know you are. Hooray, I did it. Woohoo. Let's get this party started. I'll be quick. They didn't tell me how long I could speak. They told me some things I couldn't say. Poor Joel, he was editing till the very last minute. He had to cross out so much, but I'll do my best and then we'll get on with our new lives, okay? You're looking at your watches, trying to figure out how long this will last, and trying to figure out how to gracefully slip away without anybody noticing. Not happening. Now everybody will see you get up to leave. 3 years ago, I was sitting in those seats at my son's graduation, and when I graduated from Academic Career Connections, I snuck out after receiving my diploma, because even then my world existed of me, myself, and I. So now, standing here at the podium, I wish I'd had the decency to stay and listen and show respect to the person who gathered up enough courage to stand tall and genuinely proud, acknowledging each and every one of you who passed across this stage. So hopefully you'll stay because you want to and not because you have to. Ladies, your shoes look amazing. Your feet are probably killing you because you just had to have those cute little shoes. And my instructor, one of them's here, she knows who she is. You know who she is. And those gowns, remember how excited we were to pick them up? And now we're sweating profusely, we can't wait to get rid of them. Anyway, how do you think I feel, right? Sorry, it's not all about me. All kidding aside, I'm pretty nervous up here. I try to use humor to camouflage my nerves. Some people giggle uncontrollably, some faint, others vomit. My next door neighbor there sitting beside me, she goes, "You can go in the corner, nobody will see." But I joke around, just to get over the nerves, and I pray that I'm not the only one who finds myself funny. So even though my voice shakes, and I will most likely forget to breathe, I'm proud to say that my name is Genevieve Beck, and I'm the valedictorian representing the graduating class of 2013. So welcome all, and thank you for being here. Thank you. There are some who were unable to be here to attend the ceremony, students, faculty, and other loved ones. I just want to acknowledge them and let them know that we absolutely feel their absence and that they're with us in spirit. They know who they are. I look at those sitting behind me, most of whom I've never seen before in my life. It's kind of like you know who these people are. You know they're out there playing a crucial part in your educational journey, but preferably you don't want to end up on a first-name basis with them. That probably means you're in trouble. It's like in the principal's office. You don't need to know. But all kidding aside, welcome our dean, welcome our academic chair, welcome our principal, our president, and our faculty. God love yous. And all other distinguished guests. And I take into account their vast wealth of knowledge and combined years of experience. We also welcome those following along on the live stream link on the NSCC website. I look to those sitting in front of me, new graduates, family members, faculty, and multiple generations of supportive and loving people who are all gathered today for a common cause, to show support and encouragement to all of those whose hard work over the last 2 or 3 years has finally paid off. And here I am, somewhere in the middle. I asked my classmates to nominate me as valedictorian, and now here I am, up on this stage, shaking in my boots, and I'm saying to myself, what the hell were you thinking? There are a couple of reasons I asked for this honor. Number one, this is a really big deal. I'm so proud of all of us, even those of you who I don't know, and I wanted the opportunity to recognize this milestone. Number two, I promised my classmates that I would both make them laugh and cry, and they're holding me to that promise. And number three, this will look great on my portfolio. I just happen to have some copies of my resume here. If there's any potential scouts out there in the audience, no, I could get you some though. So how many of you would ever have thought you'd end up here today? Sadly for some, a dream is all it will ever be. In a conversation with my mother the other day, she said, "Who would ever have thought 25 years ago that you would be where you're at now?" Oh my gosh, that's crazy. How true. And so many of us came from different walks of life and schools of hard knocks, and look at us now, Just look at yourselves and know that you deserve to feel the pride within you. I accept that there are many people out there who are so much wiser than I, and I would like to quote one of them. The first time I heard of this lady was at the beginning of my second year as a nursing student. One of her quotes hangs on the wall of her classroom. You guys know who she is. I've held on tightly to her words from the beginning. One thing I learned from Kara, our library technician, was to give credit where credit is due, or cite your sources. Otherwise, it's called plagiarism, which is fancy talk for cheating, which means you fail. Do not pass go, do not collect your diploma. So without further ado, Maya Angelou. I've learned that no matter what happens or how bad it seems today, life does go on and it will be better tomorrow. I've learned that you can tell a lot about a person by the way he or she handles these three things: a rainy day, lost luggage, and tangled Christmas tree lights. I've learned that regardless of your relationship with your parents, you'll miss them when they're gone from your life. I've learned that making a living is not the same as making a life. I've learned that life sometimes gives you a second chance, or a third, or a fourth. I've learned that you shouldn't go through life with a catcher's mitt on both hands. You need to be able to throw something back. I've learned that whenever I decide something with an open heart, I usually make the right decision. I've learned that even when I have pains, I don't have to be one. I've learned that every day you should reach out and touch someone. People love a warm hug or just a friendly pat on the back. I've learned that I still have a lot to learn. I've learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. I can only speak for myself, but I think many would agree when I say this day has been a long time coming. I'm not just talking about the years spent at Marconi. I'm also talking about the years spent leading up to our time here. I missed my high school graduation. Well, it's not as though I slept in or anything. I actually dropped out, so I wasn't invited. I had convinced myself that school was highly overrated and that reality was outside the brick walls of the classrooms. So I spent the next 25 years trying to prove it, to whom I'm not sure, and I earned a PhD in LIFE for all my efforts. A few years ago, I watched my son walk across the stage at his high school graduation, and I can't think of a time when I was more proud. Today, we have switched places, and he is the one with tears of pride for his mom. What do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be a nurse. I don't remember how old I was when I spoke those words. In all likelihood, I had no clue of what that entailed. Like most other kids, I probably changed my mind on a daily basis. But our journeys thus far have brought us to the here and now, one step closer. On this day, some of us are feeling a little overwhelmed with gratitude towards the people in our lives who have given us guidance. The world in which we now live is inclusive of so many others besides ourselves, and we did not get here alone. There's so many who have played such a huge role in our success. Every single graduate had support coming from somewhere, first and foremost from the faculty here at Marconi. Another quote: all your life you are told the things you cannot do. All the life they will say, you're not good enough, or strong enough, or talented enough. They'll say you're the wrong height, or the wrong weight, or the wrong type to play this, or do that, or achieve this. They will tell you no, 1,000 times no, until all the no's become meaningless. All your life they will tell you no quite firmly, and very quickly they will tell you no, and you will tell them yes. That's anonymous. I saw it on a Nike advertisement, so go figure. Throughout our childhood, influential people took on leadership roles, teaching us morals. They shared their insights and wisdom, gently guiding us back on the right path if we got lost in self. As we developed into young adults, we adopted different codes of ethics and principles, taken from people who instilled faith and integrity into us, taking their values and beliefs and shaping them into our own. Slowly but surely, our outlook on life began to undergo a transformation because we began to believe that we were worthy of change. We will not regret the past, nor wish to shut the door on it. We will comprehend the word serenity, and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and economic insecurity will leave us. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They are being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They will always materialize if we work for them. And that's coming from the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. Some of you may recognize this. I've adopted the above promises. They're not for me to own, but I pass them along because they've been taught to me by my supporters that I can only keep what I have by giving it away. At some point during our lives, we were transformed into valuable and productive members of society, with our mindsets changing completely. It stopped being about what we could take from people. Instead, it became about what we could do for others. Along my journey, I encountered many extraordinary individuals, some of whom I pushed just to see if they would push back or walk away. And those who were there at the end never really left. They simply waited for me to find my way. We've let go of unhealthy connections and formed new, mutually beneficial relationships. These people often saw changes in us before we saw them for ourselves. They believed in us when nobody else could or would. They allowed us to make amends. Strangers became friends. For me, I became a daughter again, and my children got their mother back. I found a partner for life. Today, I have a conscience that always points me in the right direction, and I can say with all certainty that I am someone who can be trusted. I haven't earned the right to give advice to anyone. I will, however, share some words of wisdom that help make a difference when it comes to deciding whether or not to let something go. Life is not fair. Deal with it. If you believe in something strongly enough, speak up. Choose your battles wisely. Accept responsibility for that which is yours and let the rest go. And for my classmates, you know more than you think you know. Okay, another quote from Maya. You can only become truly accomplished at something you love. Don't make money your goal. Instead, pursue the things you love doing and then do them so well that people can't take their eyes off of you. So in conclusion, we are becoming the people we were meant to be all along. In order to get there, we had to live all of our yesterdays just as they were. The lives we have lived has brought us to this point. If any one thing had happened differently over the entire course of our lifetimes, we would not be here. True gratitude is immeasurable, and now we are blessed with the opportunity to pay it forward. We will be the difference in someone else's day. The people for whom we care will know that we are there just for them. We will be an advocate for someone in need, and people will learn from us that there are no right or wrong ways to feel. If we are here, they are never alone. I will be the change, and these are my promises. My gratitude list to my classmates who taught me the value of group work. And I'm sorry for the many mental breakdowns, okay? To my instructors. I lied when I said I was a team player, okay? Not a good team player. But you did make me think outside the box, and for that I'm grateful. To my amazing sister-in-law and friend, who taught me that indeed life is always an adventure. To my children who taught me the value of life. To my partner who continued to love and support me, even though I spent more time with my books and my classmates than I did with him, and he taught me to laugh again. To my father, who taught me humility and pride, and to my mother for calling me her best friend. Thank you. I will close with one last quote from an anonymous writer. I hope your dreams take you to the corners of your smiles, to the highest of your hopes, to the windows of your opportunities, and to the most special places your heart has ever known. Thank you.
Genevieve, thank you for those inspirational words. I know your fellow graduates will carry those with them for the rest of their lives, as will you and your family members and those here on the stage who had the opportunity to listen to your excellent valedictory speech. So on behalf of NSCC, we have a small gift for you to commemorate the event. Congratulations.
See you around, eh?
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our celebration of academic success. My sincere congratulations to our newest Nova Scotia Community College alumni members. I would like to extend special thanks to Tony Ince, African-Canadian drummer, Jeff Ward, Mi'kmaq drummer, and Wendy Doucette, sign language interpreter. At the end of the ceremony, everyone is invited to attend downstairs to a reception for the graduates, so we hope to see you there. Please stay seated until the recessional leaves the room. Thanks and congratulations, graduates.